Hey everyone, Tim Vath here, Tim Vath Motorsports. Today I just wanted to do a quick little walkthrough of what I believe are some of the best pit bikes out there for us. You know, there's several different choices to choose from. I know a lot of you motocross guys, which I am not. The motocross guys like using the smaller little dirt bikes, you know, like the Suzuki DRZs, the Yamaha PWs, and Kawasaki, Honda CRFs, that kind of thing. I actually prefer stuff because of drag racing and land speed racing and roll racing, the kind of stuff that we do here at Tim Vath Motorsports. I like stuff that's good on both the street and something you can take a little bit off-road, like the Yamaha Zumas and stuff. We're going to start here with the Honda Grom. Everyone, you know, the Grom came out in 2014, you know, as a cool little machine. A lot of people, you know, like them that way. This particular one does have a little stretch on it, you know, it's kind of set up, you know, as a drag racer, lowering kit. It's also got, you know, the clip-on style bar, just a cool little machine. It is certainly fun on the street, as well as rip around throughout the pits, you know, always gets a little bit of attention. This one's got a little carbon fiber pipe and stuff I put on it, and it's tuned. Just a nice fun little machine. The one thing with the Grom, you know, it's cool to run around on. It doesn't have quite the versatility as what you're going to get with like a Yamaha Zuma or a Honda Metropolitan, you know, something that way. The reason why I like the Yamaha Zumas the most, first of all, I love the older ones. This is actually a 2009 right here with only 387 miles on it. Two-stroke. I love the old two-stroke stuff. Again, coming from a old snowmobile background back in the 90s and snowmobile racing. The two-stroke stuff is really what I, you know, like the best. And this is one of the last of the great ones. But this is probably the best feature of the Yamaha Zumas is the under seat storage. Honda Metropolitan has this as well, but the advantage with this is if you got to take bottles of water, tools, any other carry-on type things, you certainly can. Also, if you got to run up to that race trailer, pick up some fuel, you put that can of fuel right there between your legs, and you can, you know, bring it back on a 5-gallon, you know, pail of fuel, whether you're picking up, you know, race fuel or whatever that way. So but the Yamaha Zuma is certainly my first choice as far as the ultimate pit bike for, again, drag racers and you know, land speed racing. You know, when we go land speed racing, because of where we pit, it's over 1 mile away from the starting line. We'll put more miles on the pit bikes in a weekend than what we will actually on the race bikes. So these work out real nice. You know, I've had like 15 of these Yamaha Zumas through the years, and they're just, all of them are, you know, great. I've had, you know, they came out in the well, actually the late 80s, and then they discontinued, brought them back in the late 90s again. The earlier Zumas, in 2002 they went to what they call the bug eye. As you can see why they call them the bug eye, because of those big dual headlights and stuff on them, and then came out with some different models later. Again, this one is a two-stroke model, 49cc or 50, so it actually does qualify as a moped in many states. The one next to it here is a 125. This is my personal use one I've had for 4 or 5 years now. It is a 125 4-stroke, but it does 55, 60 mile an hour, no problem, with, you know, a full-size adult like myself at, you know, 180, 190 pounds. And they're, you know, just a cool machine. You can technically ride this one 2-up with the rear seat, and they actually got rear mounts there for your feet and stuff too, but they do work out real nice. Easy startup, very simple on maintenance, and again, you know, if you did need to run them off, like I've taken this thing up to the mountains with me and gone through the mountain roads, some of the side roads, back roads, that kind of stuff. They're really perfect for that because they do got a pretty decent suspension on them, on the 125 and the bigger ones and newer ones. The 50 still has a decent suspension, not quite as long travel as what you're going to get on the newer 4-strokes or the 125 model that way, but they're all cool here. I'm just going to fire a few of these up here. I think the Grom has a cool sound with this Yoshi-like pipe on it, you know, carbon fiber and stuff that way. Yeah. Cycle it up that way. Get a cool little wrap pipe out of it, you know. Cool little machine. You got a cool little sound to them. And again, the Grom is a very, very cool machine for running around the pits. Not quite as practical as a Zuma because you really can't carry a whole lot to it. The other advantage too with any of the Zumas or any of the scooters as far as that goes is that they are automatic. They're just gas and go. You don't have to deal with a clutch or shifting like you would on again some of the motocross style bikes or a Honda Grom that way. The Yamaha Zuma here, again the two-stroke. I just love two-stroke models. Bear with me just a second here while I fire this little guy up here. Now again, this one actually has a stock exhaust on it, so it isn't, you know, very loud that way, but got a good little tone to it. I've had ones with some of the two-stroke race pipes on them with the expanded expansion chamber and stuff, which do work out okay, but you know, still cool. And they run very good stock, don't get me wrong, you know, little things. Some of these the 2008 and newer models, two strokes, 8, 9, 10, 11 were restricted a little bit. This one does have the restrictions moved, which is cool. And then of course this model here, the 4-stroke, I'm not even going to fire that one up. It's just a quiet little, you know, 4-stroke 125, but again, it's certainly the best. Also, when you do go to the 125 from the 50, it does go up to 12-inch wheels instead of 10-inch wheels, so you do got a little bit more clearance. Again, a little bit nicer ride and stuff too. I've put, you know, a couple hundred miles on one of these in a day. You know, just run around some of the mountain roads, that kind of stuff that way. But in the pits, that's my first choice. I certainly love one of those. But you know, again, there's always the cool factor of the Grom. And again, you guys who use, you know, pit bikes, you know, the dirt bike style ones, they're cool too, you know, for purpose that way. Just, you know, not quite as practical as having again a Yamaha Zuma, even the Honda Metropolitan, like I mentioned. Honda Ruckuses are cool too. They don't have the underseat storage unless you put that compartment in them, but they're, you know, cool. I love the open frame rails of that, and I've had a few of those through the years too, so all of them are great. So anyway, check it out. Hopefully you like this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you would, and we'll catch you next time. Tim Vath Motorsports.